Hi, I'm Jordan Legan, and this is Summary Judgment, a weekly digest of what the nation's critics are saying about some of this weekend's new movie releases. And hey, there is a movie for grown-ups out there, a suspense thriller called State of Play, based on the critically acclaimed British miniseries. Ben Affleck and Russell Crowe star in this story of intrigue, murder, and political blackmail.
Compensate me, okay?
Okay, so you want to be paid to help solve Sonia's murder?
Save it, all right? I'm in PR. I know a little bit about phrasing questions, so why don't you try phrasing it like this? Would I like to be paid for helping you get a book deal?
Nobody's here for a book deal.
Really? Everybody wants a book deal, and I'd like my cut, okay? That's just fair.
When did you meet Sonia?
Compensation. Compensation.
We came here to talk, Dominic.
And you know what else? I'm the talent, and I don't like the vibe, so why don't you change that up, okay?
The nation's critics vote yes on State of Play. A few want to veto it, like The Hollywood Reporter, which frowns. There is nothing we haven't seen here before in terms of chases, intrigue, and betrayals, but the Village Voice cheers an effectively involving film with a bang-bang opening and a frantic closer. USA Today cheers an intelligent and engrossing saga, and New York Magazine promises it's tricky, it's surprising, and it's largely faithful to the original miniseries.
Don't throw those dewy cub reporter eyes at me, it's nauseating.
Next up is the action flick Crank High Voltage.
Here we go again.
The sequel to the surprise 2006 hit Crank, where Jason Statham starred as a hitman who had to keep his adrenaline levels cranked up to counteract the effects of a lethal poison. And even though it appeared that Statham died at the end of the original, hey, that's never stopped Hollywood before, has it? The studio, Lionsgate, did not make Crank High Voltage available in advance to critics, but we do have one review from overseas. That's right, the newspaper in Edinburgh, Scotland, The Scotsman, calls Crank High Voltage admiringly pure, and thanks to Statham, it's often tremendous fun. So there, you bloody American critics, put that in your haggis and smoke it. Why, that didn't sound like a Scottish person at all. I and all of Slate's parent companies want to apologize to Scotland and Shrek and Willie the Groundskeeper. And hey, if there's one thing Scottish people like, it's body switch movies, right? Huh? From Big to Freaky Friday to All of Me, it's a classic genre, and here comes 17 again. Yes, Matthew Perry is a disillusioned adult with kids and a shaky marriage and a boring job when he is magically transformed back to being a teenager. And not just any teenager, but Zac Efron. I mean, how cool is that? Gosh, I wonder what happens.
Are you now, or have you ever been, a Norse god, vampire, or time-traveling cyborg?
I've known you since, what, first grade? I think maybe I would have told you.
Vampire wouldn't tell. Cyborg wouldn't know.
Shut up.
The critics, like a lot of 17-year-olds, just can't make up their minds.
Who the hell do you think you are, my father?
Entertainment Weekly whines a slack do-over fantasy, but the Chicago Sun-Times smiles pleasant and harmless, and the Miami Herald says, though there's nothing revolutionary about 17 again, the movie is undeniably enjoyable.
Oh no, I'm also 17 again. Oh well, at least this time I will have figured out how to totally impress Gina Kozak so she'll go to the prom with me.
That does not compute.
I mean, come on, what girl can resist that?
Danger, Will Robinson.